Good morning, everybody. Today's Tuesday. It's not raining, so we're gonna do Talk Tuesday. Very excited. There was a bit of snow, but that was it so far. So we have a new addition today. This is Poppy. So we're working on her today. And who else? For those who like a head count, we have 11, I believe. Got Phoebe leading the charge. We've got a Murphy, Maggie, Kronk, Cosmo, Nova. Tucker's over there. Bailey's trying to follow Tucker. Hamish is in there too. Got Newton. And I don't know if I said Murphy, but Murphy. Nova. Come here. Out. No, Nova Bean. All the way out. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Corn, though. The corn. Okay, and as you can see, Bailey is on her long line. And we're alternating, like obviously I'm filming, so I can't have my hand on it, but we're alternating attached to me, not attached to me, just to see what choices she'll do not attached to me, like to give her opportunities to prove the training that we've been going through so far. So she'll be on that long line for a while still. I think you can see even right there, like she's hunting, looking for mousies. So we need to work on that just a little bit, like the recall with that. I'm not going to do that right now because that is something I need to have my hands on her long line for. So, but it would just be the same practice as with anything else. It's like I would recall her, and then when she doesn't listen, because in that case, obviously the distraction is a lot more higher value than my request, I would use the long line to enforce my command. Yeah. Good girl, baby. Good girl. Okay. But Newton, whatever it is now, thank you. So yeah, that's where we're at. And today I thought I'd answer a few of the questions that were submitted on the Instagram stories. I can't get to all of them, but I will do a couple. Some of them had to do with training, like when should I begin training my puppy? My answer, most of you might know this, but my answer is right away. Like at 8 weeks old, there are things that you can start teaching your puppy, and it's a heck of a lot easier for you and for them if you start as you mean to continue. So one of the biggest struggles is like people have different rules for puppies than for adult dogs, and that's not really fair to the puppy because you're changing their way of life, I guess, if that makes sense, constantly on them instead of just sticking with something and holding them accountable to it. Maggie! That was really rude. Okay, sorry. That was, we do not play with dogs that are on leash and attached to me. It's not fair to them. So that's what that was. Okay. Next question. Can all dogs bite? Yes, absolutely. Any dog given the right Kronk, no corn. Any dog given the right set of circumstances, any dog will bite. It's a natural instinct for them. It's not wrong. Dogs are very mouthy to begin with, and if they feel defensive or they feel the need to lash out, that is how they're going to do it. Maggie, thank you. Kronk, seriously, my dude. Yeah, so are there dogs that are quicker to bite? Sure. Oftentimes, people will punish their dog for growling. And that's a big no-no to me. Maggie, thank you. Because consider the growl your warning system. So if your dog growls, it's letting you know it is getting ready to bite. And if you punish the growl, then they're like, okay, well, now I'm not going to growl anymore. And they just go directly to bite. And that's just one thing that can happen. So like if you are concerned, like if your dog is particularly mouthy or they've snapped at you or something like that, those are sort of early indicators that something is up. So it's worth calling a trainer in and seeing what's going on with your dog and what changes can be made. Maggie, miss, to get that sorted. So yeah, okay, next one. So I know you have protocols for introducing new dogs to pack walk. Murphy dog. Thank you. How do you know when they're ready to be off leash? How do I know? Oh, I think you mean like completely off leash. So how do I know when I've got the so the reason I have those protocols is to build a respectful relationship with the dogs, which obviously is something that needs to happen. Like, we walk in a pretty safe area, but the reality is like there's wildlife out here. We see turkeys, we see coyotes, I've seen wolves before, deer. We've even run into like runaway dogs. Like, you never know what can happen. We're walking outside. I'm not going to say in the bush because it's not really bush, but you take my meaning. So how I know Nova. Thank you. How I know I have that relationship oftentimes is they tell me. So even, I don't know if you can see it on Tucker. You can see it on Murphy. He's in front of me and he's engaged with something else. He's like checking stuff out, but he always has an ear cocked back towards me. Now, in this case, it's because I'm talking. So he's like, she doesn't usually talk on walk. You can see Bailey, same thing. She's got an ear cocked. Bailey! Hi, good girl! Good girl. Okay, go. Now, some of you might be wondering why no treat there. Bailey seems to respond much more to physical contact as a reward than treats. And that's another way that I know that the dog and I have that kind of relationship is crack. When they will work for me purely for pets, or they seek me out during the walk for contact. And by that I mean like they come up and they bump my legs, or some of them stick their nose like just right behind my knee. Not like forcefully or anything, but just a touch. Like, dogs are very, very physical creatures. Oh, I didn't expect that, but that's perfect. Look at those two go. Good job, guys. You can see, like, if I stop, there are dogs that are like, oh, what's she doing? Like, they give me an amount of attention during walk that lets me know that no matter what is going on, I am, Hamish, that was not your play. Hamish McBean. Hold on 2 seconds here. Hamish! Come here. Thank you, sir. Go boy, okay, go. Right, so that I can call them out of play if necessary. Because like another one of the rules, right, is 2's company, 3's a crowd. So if there are some that are in serious play, like Bailey and Newton are right now, like Maggie knows the rules, she's giving them space, which is fine. But Hamish will get right in there, and then because he's little, you can see him. Hamish! No! Good boy. Okay, go. Good boy. But because he's little, he'll just get wiped out, and then he'll get upset, and he'll snap because he's a terrier, and it's like, it's a whole thing. So I guess I hope that really demonstrates what I'm looking for before I trust them completely off leash. Murphy! Not your business. Sorry, Murphy's the fun police, so I also always have to watch him. Okay, so that's our Talk Tuesday. Sorry I didn't get to as many questions as I wanted, but it's a very active walk. Hey, Mish! McBean! He's like, nothing. I was going to smell this the whole time. So, but if you have any questions about this or any other video, you know what to do. Otherwise, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.